Hi, I'm Yvonne, and welcome to Wing It with Thought, where everyday life meets scripture. This series is part of my Wing It with Wisdom series that explores my personal journey in faith, reflection, and wholeness. About a year ago, I decided there's got to be more to all this. So this led me to this space where I'm exploring scripture, speaking into our modern day life. I'm not here as an expert. I'm just here as a woman, a mum, and a work in progress. So I'm just sharing how I've been learning to live with more intention and a lot more peace. In today's video, we're talking about building systems and how they honor the whole you. I feel quite passionate about this one. As we all set up goals, rarely give it much thought of how we get there. What is a system? A system is just a structure that helps you do something consistently. Not once, not when you're in the mood, but even when life gets busy. So let's say your goal is to have a clean house. A system turns that into a decision you don't have to keep on rethinking. This could be you mop 3 times a week right after you shower. The dishes go straight into the dishwasher after you finish a meal. One laundry on a Tuesday and the other one on a Friday. These are just small, but they keep life moving with less stress. And here's one from the accountant in me. If you look at month-end pay runs, companies don't just hope people get paid. They build a system. So this is timesheets that then go to HR, that then go to the payroll, and then go to the bank, and then you get paid. So if something matters to you, then it needs to have a structure or a system in place, because your life is no different. God isn't just about vision. He's about order. In Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verses 3, it says, "A dream comes through much effort, and a fool's voice through many words." In other words, a dream alone isn't enough. It needs structure. It needs effort. It needs surrender. God gives us dreams. And when we dream without building, we risk becoming that fool, full of words, but going nowhere. Here's why this matters. Dreams without structure become distractions, but dreams surrendered to God with systems become legacy. Let's call out the myth. That boss girl doing it all, never tired image, it's a trap. Even CEOs have assistants, they have a board, they have cleaners, they have support systems. You're not failing if you need rest. You're not lazy if you're tired. You're not behind, you're human. You don't need to do more. You need a way to do what matters sustainably. For me, systems started out of survival. I remember looking around one day, toys everywhere, cold coffee on the table, laundry staging a quiet rebellion in the corner. And I thought, when did I disappear from my own life? I didn't need another goal. I needed rhythm. Not just for the mom Yvonne, but for the whole me. Time flies. 1 minute you're chasing a toddler, the next minute you've got an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old, and you're wondering, where did I go? So I asked, am I just going to keep chasing the days or build something that can hold me? Something that gives space for me. And then I read Atomic Habit by James Clear. And this line stopped me. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. This quote is so powerful to me. I went on a quest to restructure my life. So I looked at my mornings because that was my sweet spot. I listed what I actually do when I got up and printed it out. And I asked myself, does this serve me? If not, it went. Then I started adding new rhythm. So I went through everything very meticulously. When I wake up, I brush my teeth, have my coffee, start tidying things up. And I knew that some of these things could be done in the evening before bedtime. So it became intentional and I added things that I wanted to grow. So the new rhythm became something like this. Load up the laundry. Pray while I stretch. Scripture before screens. No more, where do I start from today? I have everything printed off, my routine, and I just use the timer and it's like, let's go. It became a game. It became fun, it became nourishing, and it was sustainable. Because it was built for my actual life, not the life I was dreaming of. And along the way, because I didn't need to constantly think, where do I start from every single day, I moved on autopilot, and it's left me with time and headspace to look at other things. In Proverbs chapter 3, verses 6, it says, "In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths." Some days my acknowledgement is, Lord, I don't know what I'm doing, and yet he still leads. Even in the wilderness, God led the Israelites in order. Each tribe had a time, a place, and a pattern. Judah, which means praise, went first. So even the journey started with worship, praise, not chaos. And for me, I knew that my mornings needed to start the same way. And don't forget Moses. He almost burnt out, not from sin, but from trying to alone. Jethro, his father-in-law, had to tell him, what you're doing is not good. You can't carry all this alone. Translation, even Moses needed a system. So if you can delegate something to the rest of the family, if you can buy in help, do it. That is part of your system and structure that keeps you sane and frees up your headspace. All these theories you'll find in modern self-help books, but now you know where it's coming from. Ancient wisdom, and it speaks to us right here in our modern lives. So how have systems helped me today, right now? Those small exercises I was doing intentionally, well, I now do kettlebells 3 times a week consistently. I read the scripture before I start scrolling. I start the day in rhythm, not panic. Is the house spotless? Absolutely not. I've got 2 kids, both under 10. We're not doing Pinterest. We're doing peace and presence, and that's enough. You were never meant to live fragmented, not just the mom version, not just the ministry version, not just I'm fine version. God calls all of you, mind, body, and spirit. Even the laundry pile you've been ignoring since Tuesday. And just to be clear, I'm still in chaos. The kids are off school. There's a mess behind this camera. The emails are screaming, but I've got systems, so I don't panic. I know I have a process that will hold me up and I won't be paralyzed. And those systems, they let me show up. Not perfect, just present. Because here's the truth. You can sustain yourself or sabotage yourself. What you build matters. Motivation fades, but structure is steady. And grace, it meets you right there. I have added a sample of my own morning routine in the description below. You can download it for free and have a look at what I do in the morning with little timestamps and my timer that I usually use in the mornings just to get me going. If this helped you, share it with a friend, someone rebuilding in secret, someone tired and trying to start over. And if you're new here, this whole channel started in the very same chaos where I thought I had no time for myself. Turns out I had time to be my own miracle. So like, share, and subscribe. We're not doing perfect. We're doing present. And we're letting God build with us, even in the slow. This is your Wing It with Wisdom series, and let's keep building.